What if I just filmed this entire video from this angle on my bed? I'm sorry. Hello friends, it's Lex at Lex Reads. Welcome back to my channel. We are laying in bed. Today we're gonna do try a chapter tag video because I don't know what I want to read. Okay, so I've picked 5 books, a couple different genres, some different vibes. I'm sorry if you can hear the delivery person outside my apartment complex. Yeah, let's talk about them. So I chose, give me a second. So I've chosen Night of the Mannequins by Stephen Graham Jones, which is a novella. It's 136 pages novella, following a group of high school students. There's a prank gone wrong. It's contemporary horror. Sounds interesting, and I've heard really good things about it. Next, Upright Women Wanted by Sarah Galey, which is also a novella, short. It's a shorter novel. This one's like 180 pages or something. It's a Western set in the future about queer librarian spies. Next, we have Made in Korea by Sarah Suk. This is a contemporary YA, I think, romance, like rivals to lovers, I think, but maybe it's not romance at all, but I think it's romance. About 2 high school students, Valerie and, sorry, I'm looking at Wes, that's his name. Valerie and her cousin have been running like a out of their locker K-beauty selling business at high school. When Wes moves to their school, he starts also selling K-beauty products. They are rivals. It sounds cute. Maybe I'm in the mood for YA contemporary. We'll see. 4, A House at the Bottom of the Lake, which I think is also horror, about a couple who's canoeing on a lake and they find a house at the bottom. I don't know. That's all I got for that one. And the last book I picked is They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. This book is a thriller mystery following, I think, 2 women, if I understand correctly. One is a student at a university and the other is an English professor who for years has been like murdering men who do shitty things. Professor almost gets caught. Their lives are intertwined. I don't actually know that much about this, but I actually, this is gonna make me sound like a bad person. I actually got an arc of this and still haven't read it. So this came out in 2020, I think. Like, I've had it for a hot minute, and I just never got around to it, and I forgot I had it. And then the other day I was like, holy shit, I have this arc. I'm gonna read it. So that's my other one that I'm gonna read the first chapter of. We'll see. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you all. I read the first paragraph of Night of the Mannequins, and I'm already a little bit obsessed. Okay, I finished chapter 1 of Night of the Mannequins. Seems promising. It's also short, which is nice. Because, we're trying to break the reading slump. I mean, I've read 2 books in the last 2 weeks, which doesn't sound like a lot probably, but it is considering I only read 20 books last year. Yeah. So maybe on Night of the Mannequins. I like the like narration style, the writing style. It's a vibe. Alright, I finished chapter 1 of Upright Women Wanted. I am intrigued. I would like to see where it goes from here. But I enjoyed it less than Night of the Mannequins. So as of right now, it's looking like Night of the Mannequins is in first place for books to read. The House at the Bottom of the Lake. The first chapter is only like 5 pages. Literally all I know is that they're going on a date to canoe in a lake. I think this was maybe just a bad pick for this type of video. Last place of 3. I don't like. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. All right, chapter 1 of Made in Korea. Check. It seems cute. I like it so far, but I just don't really feel like I'm in the mood for like YA contemporary, which is what it is. So I think it's like 3 on the list, bumping House at the Bottom of the Lake to 4. But the more I think about it, the more intrigued I am by Upright Women Wanted. So I actually think right now we're at like Upright Women, Night of Mannequin, Made in Korea, House at the Bottom of the Lake. Okay. Chapter 1 of They Never Learn is spicy. We love to see it. It's making me think of the TikTok audio. I'll see if I can find it and put it here.
I support women's rights, but more importantly, I support women's wrongs.
You maybe know the one. I feel like the bunny has moved so many times whilst filming these little chapter things. I'm gonna sit on whether I want to read Upright Women Wanted or They Never Learn. I'm 3 chapters into Upright Women Wanted. It's fine. I'm actually liking it less than I thought I was going to. But it's not a huge deal. So I'm like 60 something pages in, I think. I think it's 3, maybe 4 chapters, but at least 3 chapters, 60 something pages, which is like a third of the way through the book, and I feel like nothing has really happened. I'm supposed to be getting ready. I'm going over to my friend's house, and then we're doing norebang. But I just don't want to get out of bed. But I have to go like get my stuff and my cards and my coat. It's so much effort. Hi. It's like tomorrow night. Like it's the next day. Like you saw me yesterday afternoon, which was Sunday, and now it is Monday night. I haven't done any reading. Today I'm on winter vacation right now for work. We had Thursday, Friday, and then today and tomorrow off. So 6 days total. And I actually got out of Gwangju with some friends. I'll pop in some pictures, and I think I took a video of one of the really cool, like, Hanok Cafe kind of dealios that we went to. Went to, like, a cafe with traditional architecture, like, out of the city and, like, outside of a smaller town city. I don't know how big the city was. I don't know if you care, but that was really fun. I haven't really been out of the city at all. Well, I've been here for a mix of reasons, one of which is, like, time, and another of which is, like, COVID restrictions here are still kind of a lot. And I just, like, it just hasn't happened yet. But it was really fun, and I went with some friends. It was a good day. But I would like to finish Upright Women Wanted today. It's January 3rd, also, if you care about that. So 3 days in, 1 book in. That's a good way to start, I think. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna just film this whole video from this angle in my bed. I need to be stopped. I did stop. Maybe I should not be stopped. Who's to say? Anyway, Upright Women Wanted 3 out of 5 stars. I don't think I like westerns, so that's my bad. Like, a lot of my problem was just setting. The last 30 pages were incredible. I wanted it to be more about librarians than it was. 5 out of 5 stars for the like queer vibes and representation. Like, that part was great. It was just the rest of it that I was like, I don't really care. You know? I kind of wish I had more to say about it, but I don't really have that much to say. Like, in general, I think it was well written. I think there is an audience for this book. I think I'm not exactly the audience for this book. There are a host of people that I think would really, really love this book and would really vibe with it. For me, it was just like a fine read. Okay, I was just gonna leave that at that, but I didn't. The whole point is I'm supposed to be talking about the books. Okay, let's try this again. Upright Women Wanted. Like I said, 3 out of 5 stars. Some of the reasons it's not my favorite were at no fault of the author, Sarah Galey. It just, like, was not something that I, as a person, am super into. So, like, westerns in general, I've never once in my life been like enticed by a western. That's just not something I tend to read or gravitate towards. I did love the representation. As I mentioned, we have someone who is not cisgendered. Sai uses they them pronouns. There's no like specific label given to us, the reader. Not that I think that really matters. I don't think labels are mandatory in reading or writing, I guess. And then the like head librarians are queer women in a relationship. And then if I remember correctly, the fact that I can't even remember and I just finished this book, like, says something about how, I was just kind of like blasé about most of it. But there's also a thruple, I believe, but like a hinted at thruple, but like that's also like not really true, but kind of true. We got spies, we've got assassinations, we've got like shootout, like classic Wild Wild West shootouts, like gunslinging. They're in wagons. She's with the librarians because she's running away from basically an arranged marriage with the man who was supposed to marry her best friend, who was executed for having unapproved materials. And she doesn't want to marry him because she was in love with her best friend who's now dead. That's like on the back of the cover. This is not a spoiler, I guess. So she ends up with the librarians. That's like the setup for the book. That all happens in the first page. And we're following Esther's journey. It was okay. I loved the last 30 pages. I would have liked the book to lean into anything more. Be it the romance, like they could have leaned into Esther's burgeoning crush. They could have leaned into the spying. They could have leaned into the assassination plots. They could have leaned into the librarianism, but they didn't really lean. I don't actually know. The author did not lean into any of it, really. So it just kind of was middle of the road for me. 3 stars. If you like novellas and you like queer books, I do recommend picking it up. I think it's worth a read, and it's a quick read because it's so short. It just wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. And because of that, I don't think we were very successful in today's experiment, but I am going to film a vlog reading They Never Learn, because that one it's sticking with me, and now I want to read it. So not in this vlog, which I'm going to say goodbye on. This was not as fun as I wanted it to be, and I'm so sorry. But I'm going to try and read that today. So that vlog might be out soon. Keep an eye out for it. I'll link it when it's out. Bye, friends. I'm hopefully back. I know I've mentioned this before. When I'm not reading, I feel weird filming content, like about books, when I haven't read anything. And I've been in basically a year-long reading slump with 2 very short reprieves where there was like a month in like February or March last year, and then again in July or August where I was reading, but all of the other months I read nothing, and I only read 19 books total, and it was a whole thing, or 20 books total, and it was a whole thing. And so I just like was not in the space to be making content, but I'm reading again. So I think I'm back. We're good.